The WNBA will never be the same. Moments ago, three players, Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham, and Lexie Hull, stood shoulder to shoulder and dropped a bombshell that could rewrite the future of women's basketball forever. And the league never saw it coming. For decades, WNBA stars have battled behind the scenes for fair pay, better travel, and a chance to build a real career without sacrificing their health or financial security. But today, something changed. This isn't just another press conference. This is a movement, one built on superstar power, veteran grit, and the hopes of the next generation. Caitlin Clark has already broken records, sold out arenas, and pulled in millions of new viewers. Sophie Cunningham has lived through every grind, from overseas seasons to underpaid contracts. And Lexie Hull, the Stanford standout now rising with the Indiana Fever, represents the future still fighting to be seen and supported. Together, they just made the boldest statement we've ever seen from active WNBA players, and it could change the game forever. On July 8th, inside the Indiana Fever training facility, three players from different teams and very different career stages came together for one reason: to demand change. No leaks, no rumors. Just a united, deliberate reveal that left fans, insiders, and even team executives stunned. Caitlin Clark, the league's brightest star since stepping on the court in 2024. Sophie Cunningham, respected Phoenix Mercury veteran, now bringing her voice and experience to a bigger fight. Lexie Hull, young but wise, standing for the next generation. Together, they didn't just speak, they launched a mission. Women's basketball is exploding. Attendance is up. TV ratings are breaking records. Corporate sponsors are finally lining up. Yet behind the highlight reels, players still wrestle with low salaries, limited career longevity, and brutal travel schedules. Many stars spend their off-seasons overseas just to make ends meet. The league is growing faster than ever, but players don't always see that growth in their paychecks or their working conditions. That's why this timing is perfect. The WNBA is negotiating new broadcast deals, discussing expansion, and attracting more investment than ever. If there was ever a moment for athletes to push for structural reform, this is it. Caitlin Clark is the game changer. Her rookie season wasn't just exciting, it was historic. She sold out arenas, pushed TV ratings past the million-viewer mark, and sparked record merchandise sales. Her social media reach rivals athletes in the NBA and beyond. And yet she plays under a salary cap that undervalues her impact. Clark's ability to command attention, from fans to sponsors, gives this movement an undeniable platform. She's proof of the financial power players bring, and she knows how to use it. Sophie Cunningham has lived every harsh reality of the WNBA grind. Off-season contracts overseas, tight paychecks, and constant battles for recognition. She's been an advocate behind the scenes for years, and she knows what policies work in practice, not just on paper. Her presence adds credibility and experience. She's the steady voice reminding everyone that this fight isn't just about headlines. It's about building a league where players can survive and thrive long after the spotlight dims. Lexie Hull may still be carving her path, but she represents every young player trying to build a sustainable career. Her Stanford background showed her what proper support can do, but in the WNBA she's seen cracks, low pay, limited stability, and the pressure to look overseas. Hull's presence signals something powerful. The next generation isn't willing to stay silent. They want to fight for a future where chasing your dream doesn't mean sacrificing financial security or health. So what exactly are they fighting for? While the trio hasn't released a detailed blueprint, insiders say the mission centers on four key pillars: fair compensation that reflects the league's booming revenue, better working conditions, including travel, training facilities, and medical care, career development and transition support for life after basketball, a stronger player voice in the shaping the league's business and future. This isn't about three players getting bigger paychecks. It's about rewriting the system so that every rookie, veteran, and future star has a fair shot at a sustainable career. The WNBA is at an all-time high. Expansion talks are heating up. Long-term TV deals are on the table. Sponsorship dollars are flowing in. Packed arenas prove fans are hungry for the product. And social media gives players a direct line to millions. Clark, Cunningham, and Hull know the league can't ignore them now. Their combined influence, from Clark's superstar draw to Cunningham's veteran credibility and Hull's generational voice, gives them leverage at a moment when the WNBA is rewriting its future. We've seen this story before. The U.S. women's national soccer team fought for equal pay and won. NBA players reshaped free agency and salary caps through unity. Change happens when athletes band together across teams and generations. This trio could be the spark the WNBA needs. Their move might not just raise salaries, it could establish new standards for support, marketing, and respect for every player who puts on a jersey. This isn't just about the WNBA. If Clark, Cunningham, and Hull succeed, their blueprint could inspire athletes in soccer, tennis, track and field, and other women's sports to demand better conditions. Sponsors and networks are already watching closely to see if the players' power translates into action. What happens next could redefine the value of female athletes globally, turning visibility into true long-term power. Right now, details of their plan remain under wraps, but one thing is clear. This is bigger than three names. It's about rewriting what it means to be a professional women's basketball player. Fans have a role too. When you buy tickets, stream games, and demand fair coverage, you give players leverage. Sponsors follow attention, media follows conversation, and the league responds when fans stand behind the athletes who make it thrive. Caitlin Clark lit the spark. Sophie Cunningham brought the wisdom. Lexie Hull gave the future a voice. Together, they're challenging the WNBA to evolve, not someday, but now. If this movement succeeds, it could transform not just basketball, but every corner of women's sports. Do you believe players deserve better? Smash that like button, subscribe for more breaking WNBA updates, and tell us in the comments, what change do you want to see in the league? Sponsors are also watching closely. Major brands crave stories of empowerment and change. If these players turn visibility into reform, companies will rush to be part of a movement bigger than sports, one tied to equality, growth, and global influence. That means more endorsement deals, bigger marketing campaigns, and a deeper investment in the athletes themselves. And the ripple could reach fans too. Young girls who dream of going pro wouldn't just see highlight reels. They'd see a future where being a professional athlete means financial stability, health protection, and post-career opportunity. Parents might finally feel confident encouraging their daughters to chase basketball full-time. Knowing it's not just passion, it can be a viable career. International leagues will feel the pressure as well. European and Asian clubs have long paid more and provided better facilities than the WNBA. But if America's league levels up, it could reverse that flow and keep stars stateside, strengthening the game at home and raising its global prestige. This is why the July 8th announcement matters beyond basketball. It's about athletes learning to own their power and proving that when women in sports unite, the system can't ignore them. And don't forget the ripple effect. If the WNBA players succeed, women's soccer, hockey, and even Olympic athletes could follow this blueprint. This isn't just about basketball anymore. It's about how every woman athlete is valued and supported worldwide. We're witnessing a turning point, not just a demand for better pay, but for a system that respects the people who keep it alive. The question now, will the league step up or risk losing the very stars who put it on the map? Keep the conversation alive. Share this video, comment what change you want to see, and stay locked in, because this movement is only getting louder. And when athletes start writing their own future, the game changes for everyone.